want to send it over to Paul to talk a little bit about the rain that we have just sent off behind us and the rain that could still be coming, right?
Yeah, we still have a chance over the next couple of days. It's not much of a chance, but at least we saw some last night into this morning. That moved out, and we saw plenty of sunshine break through the clouds. Take a look at our time lapse of the sun going down this afternoon. Absolutely beautiful sunset over the Bay Area. This is the view to the west from the Mark Hopkins Hotel after the sun went down. And of course, the darkness takes over quickly, and then they move the camera on us, and now we get a shot of downtown. Let's take a look at what's happening out there as we head through the next few days. The clouds are going to return tonight, off and on cloud cover in the forecast tomorrow and Friday and Saturday, but very low rain chances in the 10 to 20% range each day through the first half of the weekend. And then it does look like we are going to be completely drying out. Not even a hint of a shower chance in the forecast Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Let's check out Futurecast. And again, we're going to see passing clouds, but in terms of anything on the radar simulation, it's mainly going to be staying up to our north. Maybe some showers into the North Bay tomorrow afternoon, but even there, we're talking a 20% chance. And if you get some rain, it's not going to last very long. Stash an umbrella in the back seat just in case. Odds are you're not going to need it. And if you do, you're not going to need it for very long. We start off dry on Friday, more often on cloud cover throughout the day, and that outside chance of a shower. And the same pattern holds once again as we head into the first half of the weekend. A mix of clouds and sunshine, probably more clouds than sun on Saturday. But if you have anything in the works outdoors for the weekend, go ahead. Saturday, even in the best chance of rain in the morning at midday, looks like we're looking at about a 20% chance. So just kind of that up and down towards the low end of the spectrum the next few days, and then nothing at all in the forecast early next week. If we're going to get something more organized, it looks like it's not going to happen until the latter half of next week. Some of the long range data indicating more of an unsettled pattern taking hold by the end of the first full week of December. I'll show you that long range outlook from the Climate Prediction Center coming up at 7 o'clock. Let's take a look at current temperatures. They're dropping off, but still 58 degrees in San Jose, 52 degrees on the cool end of the spectrum right now in Concord. We're getting up to the 40s by early tomorrow morning. It would be even chillier, but we are going to see that next layer of clouds moving in, and that holds a little bit of warmth near ground level. So it'll be normally cool for late November, and then temperatures are going to warm up. We're going to end up once again anywhere from 2 to 4 degrees above average. The biggest departure from average is likely going to be in the Santa Clara Valley and then down the peninsula, with high temperatures reaching up into the mid 60s, otherwise low 60s, which average highs across pretty much the entire Bay Area right around 60 degrees. So every degree that we climb farther into the 60s puts us just another degree or so above what's normal for late November, the last day of November tomorrow, with a similar pattern taking hold as we head into the first day of December on Friday. So let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. And again, we're not talking about anything dramatic happening over the next few days, just that mix of clouds and sunshine, outside chance of a couple sprinkles, maybe a passing shower. But really, if you get a shower, just count yourself lucky, because they're not going to last very long. And most of us are going to be staying dry through the duration of the 7-day forecast. Temperatures are going to run very consistently through the first half of the weekend, and then we warm up just a little bit more as we head through the first half of next week, with that drier pattern taking hold and a little bit more sunshine in between the clouds. And again, it's in the long range forecast. We're talking about the next decent chance of rain headed our way, but at least we saw that little bit of rain last night, anywhere from a few hundredths of an inch to around a half inch or so on the high end of the scale. But no atmospheric rivers headed towards the Bay Area anytime soon. It really looks like the storm track is going to remain aimed towards the Pacific Northwest for the next several days.